Honesty time. I don't move well all the time, even as a physical therapist. Guys, I've been doing bar muscle ups for, I don't know, a few years, and I've been dealing with this chicken wing issue since the very start. You know, you've seen it when somebody goes one arm up and then brings the other arm around. And we're just straight up in real time gonna see if Jake can help me overcome this problem.
You know, it's the most common fault, and technically you're still doing a muscle up, so there's no reason not to, except for we want to be more efficient and it's gonna be safer overall to do a muscle up with both arms coming over at the same time. So let's see what we can do.
Here's what it looks like.
All right, so that's a muscle up. We're doing a muscle up. But we prefer to do it with straighter arms. So we're gonna have Ross do a couple of drills and a couple of cues to see if we can't get him a little bit better. The first drill is that we're gonna have him kip and pull the bar to his hips. We're not trying to turn over, we're not trying to do anything but just keep our arms straight and kip with the bar to the hips.
Show me.
What I tell people is think about if you were doing a straight arm lat pull down at the Globo gym, same situation. All right? Those have to be done one at a time. It's really difficult to cycle of them, but all we're doing is literally just trying to close the gap between our hands and our hips. So we're gonna try that.
All right, here we go.
Cool. Cool. So we're gonna use that sort of motion and be a little bit more patient when we're doing our muscle up. So what I want you to try now is we're gonna do another muscle up, but I want you to pass through that portion. And then if we have to chicken wing to get there, fine, but we wanna pass through this position first.
Okay.
So let's try it a couple times. It may take more than one shot to get it, but
Gonna take more than one chalk to get it.
there you go. Oh, that's better though.
That was both arms.
So now we're seeing, yes, we're going from a single arm to a double arm, and now we just have to get that chest a little further back so that we can come over top of it, just like we were talking about with that ball position, right? You gotta get behind it and then over it. So let's try one more time, and then we're gonna give another cue.
I'm gonna grab some tape real quick.
Take that. Another one. There we go. Okay, we're getting there.
Didn't get out and around.
But something that we can do now is if we have an athlete that's making that sort of progress in transition, we can actually use a helpful spot. So what I'm gonna do with Ross is I'm actually going to time it with him and use my hand to lift him just a little bit more to get his torso to the proper position. We're not quite to that closed position yet with the hand to the hip, but we can get you there with a little bit of assistance, all right? So on this one, again, you're gonna do your kip, and then I'm gonna time it and throw you up over the bar. So still attempt. Close the hands to the hips, get over the bar.
All right. Oh man, that was awesome, and I wasn't ready for it, but that was actually super helpful.
So that is getting him the feeling of the pattern, right? So he has requisite strength. We've already talked about that. We've shown that we can do dips and pull-ups. Now you got to feel the pattern.
Yeah.
So that was that moment of realization of, oh, that's what the pattern actually means. And I think as any coach out there should know, you can say something, but you got to get him to feel something. So let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do that one more time. There it is.
All right.
Better. We're getting there.
Okay.
All right. One more, or should I go on my own?
Let's do one more with a assist. Yep.
All right.
All right. So now here's something funny, right? The timing changed. I almost missed the assist because now you're moving through the right positions. I had to come up and catch him. So now what we're seeing is minor progressions towards what we want to do. So now let's see where we're at. See.
All right.
We're gonna go back to old habits. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a couple at your own pace. I'll just catch the timing, and we're gonna do several assisted intervals. He had it, he has it. So now this is one of those things where we're trying to break the pattern, right? So a couple of homework things we can do to get him to where he wants to be. Number one, continue to do the drill of trying to kip and pull straight arm to the hip. Number two is going back to that turnover drill that we had with the bench, right? So that we're getting over and around it with 2 arms. That way we can kind of take some of the weight off and feel what that feels like. It's not a strength thing, it's a movement pattern thing. So we're gonna do our homework, we're gonna try it again, and maybe you can do a follow-up video in a couple of weeks where you have your 2-arm muscle up.
Guys, I think I just basically did a bar muscle up with no or minimal chicken wing. And honestly, what I think it came down to was Jake's cue about being patient, about not just trying to get straight to that press out, but actually just focusing on bringing your chest out and around the bar and getting your chest over the bar before worrying about pressing up. So, super thankful for Jake and for this whole process. Hope you guys enjoyed the series.